Nigerian Broadcasting Commission has held its fifth annual lecture, 2019 edition, on Tuesday in Abuja. The theme tagged Contemporary Challenges of the Nigerian State, Need for Constructive Broadcasting. Dignitaries and stakeholders, both in the private and public broadcasting industry, were in attendance. The annual lecture featured paper presentations, panel discussions, and some up-close interviews with relevant stakeholders. In a keynote address delivered by Professor Adam Ahmed, Director at the Directorate of Linkages and Collaboration at the Nigerian Defense Academy, emphasized the need for constructive broadcasting by emphasizing the need for broadcasting commissions, organizations, and stations to strengthen the Nigerian nationalism rather than ethnic nationalism.
So, as we shall see, the Broadcasting Corporation, organization, and station must strengthen the Nigerian nationalism rather than ethnic what? Nationalism. Made up Nigeria were already linked together either by river, by trade and commerce, by mountains, by missionary activities. They are already in together. For example, you go to Funtua, you go to Mulufachi, there are people who originally are called Yoruba people. Today, what do you call them? They've been assimilated. If you go to aesthetic, you will discover aesthetic artifacts that are actually origin from somewhere. Let's take, for example, Bini, but that you discover in Igala land, that you discover, for example, in North Central Nigeria. What about the North culture, which is a culture that extends within the entire North Central, and even it extended beyond even the Central into what we now call some other countries like Cameroon, Niger, Chad. The culture has its root from somewhere, but its expansion is, so it's a continual thing.
He also debunked the farce of ethnic identity.
For you to say there is a pure race is another farce. It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as pure race. So even the idea of ethnic nationality, even the intellectual, the historical and developmental involvement of ethnicity or ethnic as a group contradicts ethnic nationality.
Other stakeholders gave their remarks in one voice with the theme of the lecture.
I wish you were there when the lady from Ibadan was speaking about the lady who has a radio station. She was talking about all those things. When the authorities are able to feed the media houses with a constant flow of information, you in the media will not therefore open up avenues for hate speeches or even for rumors. But if you don't have such information, then you leave it to guesswork. And those are the things that make your stations either credible or otherwise. That's number one. Why should we, for example, be receiving news from our own head of state or from a major minister or from whatever it is through the CNN? Why are the authorities more exposed to the foreign media than to the local media, who should indeed be receiving the media and disseminating it to the foreign media? Why is the reverse the case? We're not raising our own standards of our media outfit, and that is an area that must be addressed and very squarely. Number two, right down to even you, the reporters and the rest of them, very many times you've been accused of brown envelopes and whatever. If your stations were taking care of you, if you were receiving your salaries regularly, you will not be tempted to receive brown envelopes because you know very well that the brown envelopes you receive help you to slant your news in favor of whoever has given you the brown envelope. In other words, the objectivity you are after is automatically dislodged by the influence of either the politician who has given you this or that, and so on and so forth. So that is an area that really bothers us. If you cannot own a station, don't get into it. If you are owning a station, please make sure the welfare of the staff is very well taken care of. And by welfare, I'm not talking of just the brown envelopes. Training and retraining are extremely important because what we have on the media these days are helping to draw down the value of broadcasting, the pronunciation, even the total presentation of whatever it is, whatever the program is. I think we're not moving upwards because we're not giving emphasis to training. And training is extremely important in our media outfit.
You are doing very well. We are so proud of you. And we expect more of you to please, at any given time, you are passing your message or you are communicating to the public. Whatever it is, it should be excellent and precise. People should always talk or explain to the public within the context of what we're discussing. Shouldn't be anybody to be allowed to be carried by any sentiments or any ethical or any. We should always promote issue of unity, particularly with the government of the day that is ever ready to bring development and unity in this country. We really need peace, so we are expecting the broadcast in general to promote peace in this country and unity for the general development.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
All things being equal and going forward, stakeholders hope to see a better Nigerian state following the application of the values and gains at the 5th annual lecture.